through this side because it hasn't yet. And then I'm going to get a brother on here. Right, do my test quickly. Hello, hello, hello. Boom. Right, that's worked there. Let me get this on for you. You haven't popped up this end yet.
Oh. I've been on since before yours went 3, 2, 1.
I'll get double audio here. I think it could be because... There we are. Done it. Sweet. Chat burn it. That's what we want here. Yeah. Happy days. Right then. Can I hear you?
I'd hope so.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah, that's all good. Right. Yeah, so podcast number 5 out. It would be podcast 6, but obviously last week weren't feeling too great, so we gave it a miss. But how's things your end, brother? All good?
Oh, I was still feeling shit, to be honest.
Not
So
good.
to you,
But
go on.
But still, we're here for the podcast this week.
If I fall asleep, just leave me.
Yeah.
Oh.
So our starting topic for today is This Week in Gaming. So I'm not going to do the overlay thing again. This Week in Gaming. Do you have anything you need to share on that?
For me, not really. Like I say, to be fair, for 2 weeks I've been rather busy. So I've kind of took a break from the games. That's about it, really.
Not played any in your spare time? No Minecraft or nothing? No.
No.
I
did have a good discussion about Roblox, so.
Did you?
I did, yeah. Saying basically, saying Roblox in a fashion have got the right idea, like on a lot of levels. It's just certain things let it down.
Right.
So, like, obviously, graphics-wise, it's not the best, but if you can overlook the graphics, you can actually play some half-decent games.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean... That's one game I've never played. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just going to share this into our Discord as well. So it's showing our podcast is live. Do you have any intentions of jumping on any intentions of jumping on Minecraft anytime soon?
I actually do.
Oh, right.
Funnily enough, I do.
Sorry, brother. Both out. Oh, fair enough. Makes a bloody change. Yeah, so what are you planning on? Are you planning on bringing anything special? Are you on about streaming it or?
I'm not 100% sure yet.
No?
That's kind of still in the works.
Yeah. So. Would you ever consider playing Minecraft with no mic or anything?
I used to do that.
Did you?
Yeah, it's a bit awkward though, in some ways.
In what way?
When you're planning to do something, but you're not really explaining nothing to people. So
yeah,
when you're watching, you're wandering around doing nothing, and you're like, "No, I'm actually doing something. Just you don't know it."
Yeah, and you don't understand what it is you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't mind doing it once I've got a plan in an area or whatever, and I'm there doing it away, and you can clearly see what it is I'm actually doing.
Yeah.
But obviously, before it used to be when the kids were up and all that, rather than having all the screaming, shouting, and fighting that happens,
Yeah, the joys of kids.
Basically,
yeah. Well, obviously for this week, for me, I brought the Spider-Man Miles Morales, completed it as well.
And established he was a better character than Spider-Man. And established he was a better character than Spider-Man.
Yeah, the traits he has are a lot better. Which, like you say, I prefer Peter Parker because he's the original, but then the stuff Miles has just blows Peter Parker out of the water. And like I said to you earlier, I actually was able to get a game completed in the same week of me finishing up streaming for the week. I actually had a look, and it's only the campaign for that is only 7.5 hours long. Normally, 9 out of 10. I always check out the game I'm going to be playing next. I always check out how long it's going to take to complete the campaign missions and all that sort of stuff. That one was bang on the money because obviously playing it on my PlayStation 5, it tells you the exact time and how long you've been playing that game. And that was dead on. But like you pointed out, Miles didn't really bring anything special.
Yeah. The thing was for me, I'm not going to say it was any worse than the Spider-Man.
No.
My issue was just I didn't seem like blown away by it in any way.
No. See, is where you noticed the difference in the other one, didn't you? I know it was upgraded, but they were both upgraded. But thank God Miles was free because they actually all they did is just bumped it up to PS5. Is where the original Spider-Man, they actually remastered, so it came with a different Peter Parker. Graphics were a lot better, and like you say, that was the first thing you noticed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
I did like the purple dudes. I thought they were pretty funky.
Underground.
I don't know, whoever the
Yeah. The Underground, ran by Finn. Yeah, I think that the whole campaign in the storyline in that's pretty decent because I remember playing it for the first time. I thought to myself, if this is going to be based on Miles, what are they going to do to Peter Parker to concentrate solely on Miles? When they made Peter Parker go on a holiday with MJ and he was kind of left defending New York, I thought that's actually pretty smart gaming right there. Kind of made logic sense and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I've got that all on my YouTube channel, on my Twitch channel. I've even done little screenshots on my TikTok. But one thing I have been doing off stream, it's been for the past 3 days. I've been playing zombies again. It's one of those games where I'll always go back to. I've got Black Ops 3 because they did all the old maps, didn't they? So I've got all that re-downloaded again. But I'm playing Cold War at the moment, not online, just zombies. And I'm trying to do the Easter egg again so I can do the coffin dance. But obviously I've not brought it to the stream yet. It's one of those things I was thinking on earlier. If I was to bring it to the stream, I think without a mic, it would be one of those things, one of those games, because it doesn't really have a sole purpose of like what you would do in Minecraft or what I would do in Spider-Man, where I kind of can demonstrate on what I want to do next in the game. Or, oh, there's Keef again. He's distracted on a fucking side mission. Come on, Keef. You know what I mean?
Distractions are the worst.
Yeah, I think zombies, you can, that it's one of those games you can play and you don't have to always explain it. If you tune in, see someone playing some zombies, you know what they're doing. They're either there to survive or they can get exfil. But yeah, it's one of those things I'm gonna have a think on over the weekend. It might be Sunday, if anything. It'll be brought to my channel. If so, it will be without a mic. But starting Monday for me is Cyberpunk. Yeah, it's going to be Cyberpunk. I've had my invite come through to play it, so that's why I really want to it's one thing that's kind of made me go, if I'm going to do it, now will be the chance whilst I've got that to kind of give me the urge to play it, if you know what I mean. I've had a look on my PlayStation 5. It's got all the latest patches and all that sort of stuff because I know it's one glitchy ass game. It'll be one of those things if I do play and it is glitchy, it'll be one of those things where I'll just come off and go, that's, it's not good enough in that respect. I was going to mention something else now, and it's completely gone. Oh man, Cyberpunk. Yeah, no. Balls. No, it's completely gone. It'll come back to me. If it comes back to me, I'll let you know. Cyberpunk. Yeah, no. I had my invite. The invite came through Thursday. Yeah, because it's Friday. So yeah, yesterday the invite came through. Accepted it. You get some new loot and all that for the up and coming game. And if you do it's called rewards through Twitch, where you play it for so long, you get different things, and you can get a discount towards the actual game when it comes out.
All right.
So yeah, that's one thing I'm going to be bringing next week. Will be Cyberpunk. I try and not spend as much time creating my character.
Do that off stream. Now, in all fairness, see, Cyberpunk the first time round didn't get me.
No,
but I don't know. Possibly, I may have missed stuff early on that may have probably helped or not. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those where I've been watching a lot of people play it, not as like in respect of the campaign because I don't want to ruin it for myself. Just like watching people just random gameplay here and there and riding around Night City and all that sort of stuff. It looks buffed, it looks better, and obviously I'm going to be playing it via my PS5, so it's been upgraded to the. But yet again, it's going to be what Miles is because it's not a remaster; it's just an upgrade.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that covers everything. That was it. Got it. The trailer for the new Zombies is out.
The Modern Warfare.
Yes, yeah. Starts off. I'm gonna say they're Russian. The trailer actually did have me hooked. Just because I love my zombies anyway. Starts out with I'm gonna say a little Russian couple of guys. They go into this warehouse, they start opening fire via an APC kind of thing. They go in, this weird thing opens up, so it's like in a thing like this, opens up, and these 2 bottles, test tube things, are in it. He grabs some, goes out, the police turn up, they start having a firefight. He kind of gets pinned down. The driver can't move the APC because it's kind of blocked off. So instead of him dying, he just throws one of the bottles, jumps in the APC, shuts himself in. So him and the driver are immune because obviously they haven't breathed it in. But the people that are already dead on the floor, the police officers, the other army guys, whatever they are, they turn to zombies. But one thing I did like was it shown a helicopter. I'm going to find out what her name is after as well, because I was explaining it to you, weren't I? The woman that runs the main Modern Warfare campaigns. And the Russian guy from the old Zombies, which was kind of a thing that actually got me hooked on, because they're the only reasons I go back, because Dempsey, all them sorts, those 4 characters were the ones that made it, for zombies. But you had the Doctor, as the Wonderwaffel, him. It's him. Is it the other dude? But yeah, he is working alongside Soap, and it kind of just demonstrates what you got to do. You're going down to contain it from spreading, and that was it, really. But yeah, check out that video. I'll send you that link later, brother, so you can give it a watch yourself.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Don't worry, that's just the voices in his head.
Yeah, I'm just talking to myself.
Best conversation we have, that is.
Yeah. So if you're a Zombies fan, definitely go and check that out. I found that on my PlayStation 5 feed, and it was there. Watched it. It's like a 2.5 minute clip. So if you're a zombie fan, definitely go by and swing that. I don't think when Modern Warfare 3 comes out, I don't think I'll be online. It won't be the campaign for me. I'll be straight on the zombies. But hopefully we get a bit more information on where it's going to be based and what's going to happen. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this week in gaming.
You just made me think of Peter Wright. That's the one, the Kind
Oh.
on WCW. He used to come out dancing, like, you know, shaking it around.
Oh God.
To be
So
fair, he's got his own wrestling promotion in Germany now.
has he?
Hmm.
Does he? Ah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find out here now.
What? Das Wunderkind.
Van der Waffel. Warfare 3.
That's Donkey's favourite weapon, that is.
Okay.
That's Donkey's favourite weapon.
Yeah,
Waffles.
Zombies mode. Put Ragnarok. That's it. So you will fight with Soap. Ragnarok. Call of Duty's beloved zombie mode has hits root in Treyarch's World War II and Black Ops games, but November 3rd, Modern Warfare 3. November's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. The Undead entering the game, current era for the first time. Where is it now?
Oh,
Apparently, Victor Vakav, the arms trading bad guy of Call of Duty Warzone storyline in Mercenary Hire, has a new weapon for sale. Purple mist that turns anyone exposed to it into Walking Dead. Task with putting down the undead hordes. This time is Task Force 141, the Spec Ops team, in counter-terrorism units that include Johnny Soap McTavish, Simon Ghost Riley. They'll be aided by a much older Sergio Ragnov from Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So that's pretty cool. The only thing I am a bit pissed off about though is I want that. Don't know if you can see it on there. You're gonna get the glare. It's a zombie ghost, but you can only get it if you pre-order the digital edition, and I think that's a bit of a kick in the balls. Do you know what I mean?
it is, especially when you're disc.
Yeah, and I've obviously got it on. I always get it on disc. But yeah, we'll kind of switch it from there now anyway, because obviously we're gonna. This one is based around.
To be fair, I just want to hit one more point on that.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. Basically, I can't believe they haven't split zombies into a second game. Like they have with Warzone. You know, I'd have thought they'd have done the same with zombies by now.
You've been saying that for quite some time, haven't you? You know, you were kind of surprised, and I think. But do you think that's what's kind of going to bring people back to Modern Warfare? Because there's people out there that don't like Modern Warfare. Like you're not a huge fan of Modern Warfare, are you?
I dislike it. Yes.
Yeah. So obviously, I was expecting this year's Call of Duty to kind of have a Black Ops feel to it.
Yeah, I was hoping for Black Ops 5.
Yeah. But for some reason, they've got another Modern Warfare 3, but they seem to try and want to get you hooked this year by the zombies. Throwing in a Black Ops character, you know, Ragnarok, Van der Waffel. No, that's the loopy fucking scientist dude. I'm getting them mixed up now.
Either way, it's like they've done it with Warzone. They've split it into its own game, and yet, oddly enough, somehow in the game release, you still get updates for Warzone, even though it's like a
Question though, because obviously you can just play Warzone.
Yeah.
Don't have to own the game. And is it free still?
Yep.
It is still. Yeah.
So you ain't need Xbox Live.
Yeah. That's mad.
Or whichever live you're on. But so that's what I say. But to me, if they'd have done the same with zombies, and they actually committed to zombies as a full-time project, because
they seem to go into some depth with it though as well, don't they? Easter eggs, all that sort of stuff.
And yet everything seems to have all this advancement apart from the actual multiplayer itself.
Yeah.
And that from my point of view is what frustrates me with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, I don't mind playing zombies. I've had good times playing it. I've had good times playing Blackout. I've had times playing Warzone. You know, but ultimately my bread and butter was always multiplayer.
Yeah.
And to get so little updates in a multiplayer, really, for what you're actually paying, compared to what you're getting in Zombies and Warzone.
Got to throw it out there though. I feel like, especially because obviously I've not brought the battle pass for Modern Warfare since season 2.
Yeah.
So we're kind of on the same page there. They're not throwing any content our way to go. Or actually, I do like the fact that if you actually complete your battle pass, once you've paid for it the once, you can just keep earning it off that. So you don't technically have to pay for it. But the stuff that comes with the next battle pass is just as shit as the first one.
And the fact you've got to grind it to death.
Yeah, which that's your problem. And second of all, they seem more interested in these skins. Nicki Minaj, fucking Snoop Dogg, fuck off. That's, you know.
What do they have to do with Warzone?
Yeah.
Or any kind of Call of Duty?
I'm not going to say, and I'm not going to, try and piss anyone off that buys those sort of skins. But to me, it's just something that ain't relevant to Call of Duty.
Very much so.
Yeah, if you want to have that skin, buy it. But wait there, how about you buff up other parts of the multiplayer first and add them last?
Yeah. Or as about down add them and just actually keep improving our content.
Yeah.
I mean, see, one of the other issues I had with like the Battle Pass, the Game Pass, whatever you want to call it, is the fact you always have to get practically to the end to actually unlock the weapon that you've got the pass for.
Yeah, it's always yeah.
Like with yourself, I know you have limited game time.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly easy always grinding all the way to them levels just to get it.
See, but like I've mentioned in the past before though, when you grind in just one game, that's when you get pissed off. Because someone like me, I turn to my Xbox, my PlayStation to unwind. Now, if I'm going to go on and I'm going to play Zombies with a brother or whatever, or on our own, you're going on there and you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Right? But wait there. I've got this, I don't know, say an hour or two spare now, and I can either play a completely different game and surprise myself, or I can just sit down again and just play the game over and over and over again. And that's when it gets to the point where now, I can't remember the last time I played an online multiplayer game for Modern Warfare.
See, the thing is for me for that, if you've got good maps,
yes,
you'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
But
shout out to Lewis there. Hey, Lewis, you all right, mate?
We'll move on from that one anyway, because
I think that's
no doubt come up again in a minute.
Yeah. So the first topic for today, properly, in this one is top 5 games. So we want to say, I don't know what your top 5 games are. You don't know what my top 5 games are.
Again, anything we do like this, we're not discussing.
No. So what I'll do, I'm going to do it like this. So I'm going to get you to reveal your 5 because I'm going to do it so if we do have any new viewers, it's going to look like that.
Right.
So it's on yours. So your top 5. Are you doing them in order?
No.
No.
I just listed 5.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've done. I kind of gave myself a panic attack. Then I thought, oh shit. Yeah.
I should have said just for the giggles.
Just for the kick. So yeah, when you're ready, brother, run with it.
So my top 5 games are Command and Conquer Red Alert, which was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's got to be in there, my 2 Final Fantasies.
Yeah.
So I've got 7 and 10. I've actually got a game called Morrowind.
I haven't heard of that one.
I've mentioned it the other stream ago.
Okay.
It's part of the Elder Scrolls series, part of the Oblivion series.
Right.
So it's 2 before Oblivion.
Is it?
Or is it? No, 2 before Skyrim, 1 before Oblivion. And oddly enough, I got Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4. Is that game 4 or game 5?
Game 5, that is.
That's game 5, is it? Right, yeah.
That's my last one, was Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4. So that's when they brought out.
It's where they had the specialists, but to be honest, I enjoyed almost every single map on that game.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah.
And I preferred it without the belly flopping and everything else, you know. The movement on Black Ops to me is just so much smoother than on Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I hated it on Modern Warfare where you tap forward to just look a little, and next thing you know, you've sprinted through a door or something, and you're like, hey, what's all this about, man? You just, you know, and then you're trying to run, and it's kind of like going, no, I'm not running. I'm just gonna like do. All right, get to the floor.
That's it.
You know. Anyway.
So that was your top 5.
Yeah.
A good demonstration towards the end there.
Yeah, see, to be honest, it was a tough one between Black Ops 4 and 2.
Yeah.
Because I did love Black Ops 2 and I spent a lot of hours on that game.
Yeah.
However, I just think 4 was better overall.
I'm just going to cut you short there a second, brother, because Lewis has given us see, this is why I appreciate you stopping by. So he's given us his top 5. Fallout 4, Skyrim. That's what you're playing at the moment, isn't it?
He's playing Diablo 4.
Is he? Right. Yeah. That's obviously 3. Modern Warfare 2 and Gears of War 3 in no particular order for me. So know that the games we're doing, obviously they aren't in order anyway. See, for me, Fallout 4, Skyrim, what is it? I can never fucking say it.
Diablo.
Yeah, I can never fucking say it. Those 3 games are kind of got the same feel to it, haven't they, really?
Diablo hasn't. That's Dungeon Crawler.
Is it? Right, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I stand corrected because I've never played that game before. I watched a bit of your gameplay yesterday, Lewis.
Shows how much attention you were paying.
Yeah, because you're kind of looking down on them. And yeah, it's like not my kind of game, but always happy to support. So, but yeah, stick around because we have got other ones that would like to pick your brain at. I'm going to give my 5 now. And this is why we want people to get involved, because we've got our top 5 games. We want to hear your top 5 games as well.
We want someone to make us go, oh, shit, I forgot about that game, you know?
Yeah. Gears of War, I was kind of expecting, because I know he likes his Gears of War. He likes it like I do.
So that's your top 5, is it? All Gears?
You'll see. And like you say, I weren't expecting the other ones or Modern Warfare 2. So the other 4, he has actually caught us off guard a bit there. So my top 5.
Just one sec before you carry on a sec. What console did he start on?
Who, Lewis?
Yeah.
That's
a question for him.
Oh shit! Fuck me through my pan. Oh, that was the most painfulest game. What console did you start out on, Lewis?
360.
360. But being PlayStation for years now. Yeah. Because I remember you making the jump to PlayStation. Yeah. So there you go. 360 was where he started. So yeah.
So you got to bear in mind, I'm back to the original PlayStation and before that, you know. I got to actually have the whole evolution of gaming, like from the Atari up to Mega Drive, up to Super Nintendo, to the N64s, to the PlayStation, the Dreamcast, you know.
See, for me, it was PlayStation. That's where I started with a game called Driver in GTA.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Driver.
Stuntman as well.
Yeah, Stuntman, yes. Yeah, I was going to take this down because we're kind of not on my subject at the moment.
I thought that was sure.
Dedicated to make the jump in 11 years. Oh, decided, not dedicated, sorry. 11 years, that's all my mates. Yeah, driver Francisco. Francisco. I can never fucking
Try
say.
again, San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. I played it. I played it on Xbox. It was decent. It was decent. So yeah, for me, it was PlayStation with Driver. My next door neighbor had the GameCube, and that's when I started to realize, wait, there's more WWE games beyond, well, WWF then, because I had WWF. Is it SmackDown? And then there was SmackDown 2. Then there was Warzone. And then it kind of went on from there Then but I never made the jump. I only stayed on PlayStation. And then it was 2. And then I've never owned a PlayStation 3. That's when I became 360. And what made the jump for me was Gears of War. That's what made me jump to Xbox. Been Xbox ever since, but now I'm making the jump to PlayStation.
For God of War.
Yeah, it's mad how time changes. But if we go back to my top 5 games, because I do want to get Lewis's thoughts on the other subjects we've got here to go over after. So my top 5 games is Gears of War. Obviously, that was just one that was always you could see coming a mile off. Even Lewis could see coming a mile off.
It's because we spent that night together on it. That's what it was.
Yeah, and if I couldn't leave the hotel room until I completed that level, I'd still be there now.
I'll make a good level.
Hey,
I'll make a good level.
Impossible level. The next one is The Last of Us 1 and 2. Just because of the story on that, it's just awesome. God of War, which is one that when I finally get back on top of my games, is one that I do want to go back through because I've realised on PS5 you can play all of the God of War, all of the God of War's games. So I've only played, is it God of War 3? Let me have a look. Because I played God of War. I'm trying to think now because it was remastered. Oh yeah, God of War 3. So that's where I've played from. God of War 3, God of War, and then there's the new one which I'm waiting to play. So the God of War, Assassin's Creed. Now Assassin's Creed, literally, it has to be the first one. 2, Brotherhood, which has got all the Ezio in, and I'm trying to think.
Hang on, you've listed 9 games here.
No, the only reason why I've done it like that is because the Assassins, there's some of them I don't like. So there's only certain ones, but Assassins games, yeah. Quite looking forward to the new one that's coming out as well. And my last one is just the WWE games in general. So all of them, it's just every year when it's come out, boom, WWE. It's always been the same and always will be. So they're my top 5 games for that. So that was 2 there. So now this is one, and hope you're listening here now, Lewis, because this is going to be one. Let me type this one up now. So, top 5 games to be remade.
Remade, remastered, or re-released.
Yeah. So I'm going to copy that so I don't have to fucking write it all again. Because I'm bone idle. So there we are. So yeah, it's yours, brother. Go, go, go.
So my first one would actually be Command and Conquer.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I think that type of game died off real bad. And yeah, I'd love to see another one redone. Second one would be Time Splitters.
Hell yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Third one would be a game called Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
I thought
That's another game that just disappeared.
Yeah.
Hasn't
It used to be a rival game for
COD, weren't it?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
COD, and then it just died. It just stopped.
But ain't this where Battlefield kind of took over?
Yeah. Battlefield came in afterwards to kind of sweep the glory off them. But
Medal of Honor, though, the campaign on them were absolutely unreal.
I used to love them. A game called Breath of Fire.
Breath of Fire.
RPG game.
Is it?
Yeah, it was from the old PS1. I used to love the Breath of Fire series as well.
Yeah.
But I'd love to have seen one of them remade.
Yeah.
And the original Red Faction.
Red Faction. Oh, yes.
The one where you could actually blow up almost the entire map.
And it completely decimates the buildings and all that, doesn't it? Yeah,
it
yeah.
Completely blew everything up if you blew it up. And
yeah.
Again, with the rail driver that just shot through everything. You know, to be honest, I thought that was a really good game. I don't know what happened after it, why they suddenly got rid of demolishing everything. It was like they just suddenly stopped.
It's what kind of made the game stick out, weren't it?
It was. Especially when you got in the big drill in it. The campaign was an all right campaign as well.
Yeah.
You jump in the big drill and start drilling through the wall, like, so you can get round a door and stuff like that.
It's what you weren't getting in any other games. It's kind of what made you go back, weren't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be my 5.
That's your 5. I'll throw my 5 here quickly before Lewis jumps in if he's still with us. If not, no stress. It's not going to do it, is it? Oh, it has. Yeah, so my top 5 games. Oh, right. So for me, this one's kind of a duo because it's the same game, but there's 2 sets of it. So would be Need for Speed Carbon and Most Wanted. Now, what I mean by Most Wanted is the first Most Wanted. It's the BMW, that one. Most Wanted, you work through the list. I thought it was just awesome. In Carbon, it was just all about drift in that one, and it was just different. But after them, I kind of lost the love for the Need for Speed. Still have played the newer ones, but still, I'm gutted that you can't play Carbon or Most Wanted on backwards. I'm really annoyed. But yeah, so that's my first one. My second one is WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain.
I knew that was coming.
Just, you have a backstage brawl, you break the wall, they're in the shower. You do know what that does to a young player. You know, man, you throw in the superstars in and a diva comes out. You're like, well, I should say woman, not diva, because they're not cast as that anymore. But yeah, that game just completely just, it had everything, the career mode, everything in with it. It was just awesome. My third one is one you've already mentioned. It's Time Splitters. I know that's one we do kind of share. I've actually had a look on PlayStation. It's not on there either. Gutted.
It was actually on the Xbox on offer for like £1 the other day.
Was it?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, Time Splitters, it's one for me. So God of War. So that was one that I would like to see remastered up to the current spec, up to obviously the God of War 3. And my last one is Gears 2 and 3. Gears of War 2 and 3. The reason why...
half greedy.
Hey?
You were half greedy.
The reason not one, because obviously we've already had that one. It's the Ultimate Edition. So 2 and 3, I think would be cool because the campaign is just decent. Obviously, not the series, because after that, I kind of lost a bit of interest in the campaign. Still played it, still weren't bad, but it weren't good enough for me to jump back in. So they're my top 5 games I would like remastered. Oh, here he is. He's jumping in here now. Look at him, greedy bugger. So let's have a look. Oh, okay. Crash Bandicoot.
Fucking hell, Mafia.
See,
That back a bit.
Crash Bandicoot has been remastered though.
Yes, it was.
And there's a recent one that's just come out as well that's been remastered.
Weren't that the Crash Team Racing though?
I think, it was. Yeah. Demon Souls, Uncharted. Uncharted, it did. No, it weren't. It was the Nathan Drake collection, weren't it? But it weren't remastered. See, The Witcher, I couldn't get into that.
I couldn't, to be honest.
I tried and tried and tried, and I couldn't get into it. And Mafia, those have been remastered, haven't they? I swear they have, because I've got the Mafia collection, and I swear they have been.
Hey, don't forget, this could be a remake of it though. It doesn't have to be a remaster.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's like a rebuff of it. Yeah, trilogy.
Yeah. Read his comment.
See how 2020 came out. That's mad. Prop had to think that.
That's us every week, mate.
Yeah. This week, but this has took 2 weeks to kind of get this content together.
And I still only did it 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, so now our number 4
Characters.
Top 5 characters. Do you want to run with it, brother? You go first, or do you want me to?
Well, it's always been me, so
Yeah.
Age before beauty, I suppose.
I suppose, yeah.
So, my first character's actually got to be Waka. Yeah, I just think overall everything about him is, for the game, he's an absolute great character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my second 2 are both from the Final Fantasy VII series, and you'd have to have Cloud Strife. But you can't have Cloud without Sephiroth to go with him. Your good guy and your bad guy.
Yeah.
So, my character number 4, believe it or not, was actually Monkey.
Really?
Yeah, out of Time Splitters. Honestly, just having that little monkey jumping around on the screen with his double sawn off shotguns, and I actually really used to love that character. It was horrible to play against, but I used to love it as a character. But it was a toss up between him and the China Chef. So, and my last one was a character called Vivi. I can't remember his surname now, but he was the Black Mage out of the Final Fantasy IX series.
Right.
And I thought he was such a great character for that series too.
Yeah.
So that was my 5. However, I'd have to put a special mention in there for Yojimbo out of the Final Fantasy X, because that character's just awesome. He doesn't do much. He's just an Aeon like, but yeah. When my partner gave birth and she was watching him chop up spiders, it's got to have something special about him.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So that's your top 5.
All right.
Quite decent, that, to be honest. Right then, so
I was trying not to go completely all Final Fantasy. It was just like they just seem to fit the game so well, though.
Yeah. So we'll give Lewis a bit of time to build on that one if he's still with us. So my top 5, my first one. Wow.
You got to speak slower for him. Give him a few more minutes.
For me, yet again, no order. Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War, just because of the background he had, where he was kind of brought up in the cog. He kind of went against the cog to try and help humanity, got put in prison for it, left there to rot. Hence, that's how Gears of War started. But it's the fact that that character was so driven for 3 games, leadership, all that sort of stuff. And it was a nice touch in Gears of War 3 where he finally got to settle down with Anya. So that's the main reason for Marcus. And yeah, he did play his bit in 4 and 5. But yeah, Marcus Phoenix is one. Someone says top 5, that's one person that comes to my mind. This one you probably wouldn't expect is Ezio from Assassin's Creed. The reason being is just because he is a family man, but didn't know the history of his father until his father died, and then decided to follow the creed of the assassins. So yet again, that one was more based on, it had a bit more background to it. It weren't just a random character made, throw in, and if you like it, you like it. If you hate it, you hate it. So Ezio. Joel from The Last of Us. I was absolutely gutted to see him die in the second one. But to be honest, it had to go that way for The Last of Us to continue. So I'll let Naughty Dog off with that one. Twats. Another one, Kratos from God of War. Just see, this character really stuck out, and it's the same as Joel, is when I got my PlayStation 4, just playing those different games, and those 2 characters stuck out. Kratos, just because I thought I was so fascinated by him, because he wanted to become the God of War. That was it. He wanted to be the head of the table, kind of thing. Sorry, Roman, kind of took that one away from you. But you're not going to.
He's tribal chief. You're all right.
Yeah, that's true. And I think with Kratos as well, that the reason I really, really, really like him is the fact he's got a son in the latest 2 that have just been released. So that's kind of cool. And my last character in this is being campaign-driven player. I like my campaign stories and all that sort of stuff. And it's a Call of Duty character, and it's Ghost. So I really like Ghost from the Modern Warfare series. Just the fact there's only a certain amount of people who know his actual name, but we've never seen his face, kind of kept the name relevant, Ghost. So yeah, that was my top 5 there.
So there is another character I'd mention.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember his name.
Oh yeah, he's jumped in. Go on, we'll highlight yours in a sec, Lewis, mate. Just let brother here finish.
What was Spartan's name out of Halo? Is it Spartan? No.
Chief.
My name making me look like
a you've done it now. Master Chief, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. I would have to throw him somewhere in there as well.
Yeah, because that's another game, without a doubt, that kind of hooked me on to Xbox as well, was the Halo series.
Until the end, like
the
last. But Halo Wars, that was, similar to a Command and Conquer. Oh my days! But I don't know, it didn't seem to hook me.
So we'll highlight Lewis's top 5 here now as well. So there's Lewis's top 5. It's the Coltrane, baby. Gotta love.
The baby Michael Collin, Albert,
Marcus Phoenix, Captain Price, Trevor, and correct me if I'm wrong if I get his name, but Benjamin Carmine. Remember How Clumsy? Yes, the Carmine brothers. Is it Clayton Carmine? He's the owner of Carmine that's actually fucking survived. Benjamin one of them in the first one had his fucking head shot off because he couldn't reload his gun. The second one, in Gears of War 2, he fell inside that giant worm thing. 3 was Clayton, and he kind of lived through. There was Zizzy. There's a fair few of them, but yeah, he was the only one that survived. So yeah, Carl Mines. Why Captain Price? You know, I threw Ghost in there and kind of gave my reason for it. Is there any reason why Captain Price stuck out for you? Coltrane, I could kind of get on board with that one because he just sticks out and the shit he chats is just brilliant. He makes me laugh every time I think of him. Yes, yeah, that's it. And Nightbot's got involved there. Look, you've had a warning.
Well, we'll give you a minute to answer that.
Yeah.
So we may as well just highlight the next subject to give you a chance on that while we're at it.
Yeah. Are you ready for the next one? Which the next one is...
I'm going to let you go first on this one.
Oh, right. You see, you've let me type that and everything.
I waited till I seen it pop up and I was like, yeah.
Damn it. I'll let you off because I've only got a copy and paste. Right. One moment. What's that?
It was popular amongst the childhood.
So, Keith, in Day in the Life of...
Hold on, Keith.
Hey, we've got his response. It didn't even pop up until I scrolled down. It's the most popular. Yeah. That's fair enough.
To be honest, I was stuck at 4 for a while.
Was you?
Yeah, there was so many I could have put in as a 5th, and it was trying to decide between them.
Yeah. See, Captain Price was one that, yeah, I understand Captain Price, and it was a hard decision. Captain Price, there's only one thing. I do like how Captain Price is. But for me, it's where in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, where the gang actually first started to get together, where he actually took the piss out of your player, which was Soap. He just took the piss out of Soap because of his nickname Soap. But the reason he was called Soap is because he was the quickest on the time course. They couldn't catch him, so he was always.
Because he used to drop it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's on him though. Right,
go on then. Keith's turn.
Yeah, so this one was really. John Marston could be a shout, yeah.
In all fairness, there's an awful lot we could comment on.
There's one I want to throw out, but I want to finish this bit here now. So if we just move on this bit here, I'm going to give you like a good 20 minutes now, Lewis, to get you set head in this one now. Is the Day in the Life of. So for me, is Ezio from Assassin's Creed. Reason being is because he is really good looking. So that's a start.
Your bread's butter, boy.
Yeah. He is brought up in royalty, but then things start to go a bit south when one moment. Really?
Yeah, I got a recording. I recorded it. She said, "Get off me, you're hurting me." They've been screaming for the past hour.
I'm new.
I can I've been in the room while I'm watching TV, and they've just upstairs listening.
I'll message her.
Just say to her, I don't know if you're home, but I think there's something going off between the two girls. Because say Lauren's just heard, or say we just heard.
Yeah, I just said we've just heard, yeah.
One of them saying, "Get off me, you're hurting me," and they've been screaming for the past hour.
Right, I'll let you know. All right.
Oh,
yeah, no, just shows after. So yeah, you can still hear us. Yeah, that's fine. It's because I've not muted my computer, that's why. Anyway, I'm going to try to start this one now before we fucking get completely run off this one. So the Day in Life of, so yeah, Ezio. The reason being is because he was royalty when he came up, But obviously things start to go sideways when the board, who are kind of in control of where they live in Rome or wherever it is, kind of turn on his father, and they make him out to be villains even though they're not. But it turns out the people that have turned on him are Templars, whatever they're called. But the reason they turned on him is because his dad was a secret assassin and he followed the creed. Kind of a brutal start in Assassin's Creed 2 for Ezio because his father and his younger brother got hung. And the fact that he kind of learns the creed from there, the whole legacy in depth, and the fact you get to unlock his armor from Assassin's Creed, the first one. And just the fact that Ezio has so much background in on the character, I just think it's absolutely awesome. And the fact the girls just fall for him. So I've got to throw that in there.
So you're doing it for love.
Yeah. So that's it for me. Yeah, again, it's nothing. Yeah, again, like you say, you could think of loads of a day in the life of, but we ain't got hours and hours and hours. He loves it. I appreciate that. Go on, brother. What's yours?
You're going to find mine quite comical right now. However, mine's actually Steve.
Steve from Minecraft.
Yep. Steve from Minecraft. There we go.
I've got to say, if Riley was awake right now, he'd appreciate that.
Oh, yes. To be honest, I actually gave this one quite a bit of thought to what would you do in a day as a character? And like you work through some of your characters and you're like, well, in all fairness, the one you probably actually do the absolute most on would actually be Steve. I mean,
Yeah.
Steve goes adventuring. He goes finding new villages, meeting new people, dunking and diving in caves, dipping and diving in the water. All the scenery that he gets to see, the nice views, I mean, come on, he gets to be a property owner in 5 minutes of playing.
Yeah. True.
And just generally, it's like if you ever work through what you'd actually do in the game, and transfer that to an actual sort of real life thing that you were doing, that'd be, to me, quite awesome.
Yeah.
Just I'll leave out the punch in the tree bit. That might not go so well. But,
we'll give Lewis a. Here we are. Hard question. Yeah, that's fair enough. See, Joel is one for me that did come to mind because of the zombie outbreak and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I get the feel for that. I really do. So
I did think, I was trying to think of that bloke's name off Transit.
Oh, the robot.
No, you know the character you actually play as.
Oh yes, yeah.
I couldn't for the life of me remember it because he was up there actually. He was actually going to be my original choice. Because I thought doing a day like Transit on zombies would have been quite a good day.
See, so you've got Malton Johnson, Russman, Samuel J, Abigail, Samantha, Tank. Oh no, Tank Dempsey is the one from Nikolai. No, Bus Driver. George Barkley. What the? I don't think these are right here.
I could have swore there was only 4 of them.
It says 8 here. Fictional characters on Transit.
Yeah, playable characters, not.
Wait, that. Playable characters. Let's have a look. Mitzi Marsland, Samuel, and Russman.
It might have been Samuel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that would have been fun because that was like your zombie apocalypse with scavenging and all the rest of that game with it. You galvanise knuckles and just walking around punching some zombies like.
Yeah. What's this?
Well, that's shocking, man.
Perhaps whoever thought of that question. Well, one we haven't prepared for, and I want to throw this one out because I actually can't think of one off the top of my head unless I have a good minute to think on this one. Is game crush, your in-game character crush. So who, like your, so a character that kind of, you kind of foul for. I'm trying to think now because I've kind of shot myself in the fucking foot here. Lara Croft.
I could probably name 4, but
No debate needed. Love it. He's on about like the pixel Lara Croft, isn't he?
Oh yeah, the old pointy triangle boobs one.
That's brilliant. I'm trying to think now. Oh no.
So originally for me, it was Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII.
Damn right I am.
But
yeah.
It was the character herself, not the pixels that.
I've got to throw this one up here. Look.
Oh no, I did say.
Hey, if it's WWE games, I'm Liv Morgan all the way.
Game's a game, brother.
So, who was yours again? Sorry.
Tifa Lockhart was my original.
Yeah.
And then it kind of got followed up by Rika. Although, to be fair, Shiva looks good in all of them. So,
See, one for me is MJ from Spider-Man.
You want that chocolate cake?
Yeah. But then I think if I kind of go back a bit further in the gaming, it would be Anya from Gears of War, who ended up taking on Marcus. So yeah, that was one I thought I'd throw out there.
In all fairness, one of the games I was going to mention that I never actually put in my list, but I did give serious thought to, was the original Alien game.
Oh yeah.
Because I used to really enjoy that game.
See, because they did a Predators one as well, didn't they?
Yeah, well, see, a day in the life of, I did contemplate Predator. Genuinely, like, just imagine being a Predator for a day.
Yeah.
How much fun could you have? Until you bump into some mud wrestling half-dressed man who decides he wants to kill you for some reason.
Yeah. Any questions throughout that? Anyone?
Hold on. I've got to ask you one.
Ask me or Lewis?
I'll ask you both. Go on. You ready?
Well,
which is a better character, Alien or Predator? Not which would win in a fight or anything. Which is
Predator.
just the better character?
Predator for me.
You reckon?
Yeah. And I think the movies are better as well.
I think they could be better than what they are, though.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they could be better.
No. Looks way cool. He's going Predator just because it looks cooler.
How the fuck can you say that when you can't see a Predator when it's come age, How can you not say an Alien looks cool? Like, don't look cool.
Yeah, it does. I just prefer Predator.
The thing, don't get me wrong, I agree, Predator all day long, but
yeah,
It's the fact that, you know, there's something about aliens that actually works really well.
Yeah.
That specific design of alien. Imagine one of face hookers on your face, like.
Predator uses that John Cena camouflage. Oh man. Yeah, is there anything else that we'd like to cover? Because that's pretty much all of our
Are we exhausted, are we?
Is there anything else you want to ask? Anything we want to ask? Anything you want to ask?
So, I noticed that all your characters were good guys.
Mine?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd be like your favourite bad guy?
General Ram from Gears of War. Just because that was one mean, ugly motherfucker. But he meant business. Just because he was just dominant. God, yeah, no, there's no one else I could think of. Because I'm trying to think if I kind of looked in another aspect of like the Call of Duty to kind of reflect on Ghost, would be that General Shepard who kills Ghost. But that's just a backstabbing motherfucker. I just don't like him.
Well, obviously mine would be Sephiroth because he's already in my list.
Mm-hmm.
There was almost a shout for Seymour, but he just pisses me off in the end.
Yeah.
I was going to say something else, and it's just popped out in my head. I've completely I'm doing a Keef now. Oh.
I'm actually still trying to figure out about like another bad guy apart from General Ram. Get back to you next week.
Tune in next week for an answer. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, trying to think now. No, there's no one else that I've like really taken to. That's, you know, kind of like the villain, like you say.
I mean, obviously, you'd have like your Jokers and stuff though as well, wouldn't you? Your Batman villains and
in that aspect, yeah, definitely.
Because we are part of the game, you know.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw this up in case anyone wants to join the Discord.
Did you have you looked at a game called Starship Troopers?
No.
Did you ever watch the film?
Star Trek, what?
Starship Troopers.
No.
Well, I don't know if it'd be your kind of thing, like, but I used to enjoy that film. But they've just released the game for it.
Have they?
Yeah, not long ago.
Can I have a look here now on my phone? What's it called? Sorry.
Starship Troopers.
Starship. Oh, there it is. 1997.
Yeah, that's how long ago the film was. They did 3 films in total, but it's basically like a bug planet. You get to go around shooting bugs.
You say they've just done a game?
Yeah, I don't know how long ago. It weren't long ago.
Oh, it's only on Steam.
PC.
Yeah. Actually doesn't look that bad, to be honest.
Right, that's the end of this. I'm going now. No.
No. It's all good. We appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for getting involved. So,
appreciate that.
Easy. We'll get you on soon as well if you're up for it. That will be one we'll sort out at a later date. So yeah, we've actually run out of content for this one. We've actually covered everything in quite an nice time as well, 1 hour and 9 minutes. So actually done pretty well there, haven't we?
That's a new record.
In it?
It's because we had none of this faffing around in the middle.
No.
We had it all beforehand today.
Yeah. To be honest, there's nothing else that I can think of that I really wanted to cover. I've actually really enjoyed that again. The 5 topics. I'm not going to take credit for that because that was all you.
It weren't. You did the last. You did the day in the life of. Come on.
Did I recommend that one?
Yeah.
Still. Yeah. Oh, that's one thing I was going to ask you, because this is actually going back, because I keep all my podcast notes at hand here. That's how professional I am. Starfield. What's happening with that, brother?
Fuck all.
Fuck all.
quite literally, no. To be honest, I've seen a lot of people showing exploits on there. To be honest,
damn.
It kind of annoys me to see them, because then you're like, I got to try that just to see if I actually does it. Like,
yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, that's kind of cheating the game now.
See, I have seen a few videos as well where you're on a random planet and like this awesome ship just lands. You wait for them to leave and you can jack their ship and keep that one, and it saves you doing up your ship and all. And I'm like, okay, it'll be one of those games I think I will get round to eventually. But then I've said that about Elden Ring and I've not even played that yet.
No, it's like I said, this last few weeks, so I've just had pretty much zero time to do anything. And
yeah,
obviously now with work finishing, I've only got me 1 day next week. I'll be thinking of you in your nice wet, cold, windy weather.
In my shorts.
It's shorts. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Is there any game that you really, really, really are looking forward to?
Apart from Spider-Man, because that's a bit obvious, it has to be this Assassin's Creed.
Because weren't it the last one you didn't like?
Yeah, it's Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Yeah, weren't. It's because it's based at water again, and you know that's not Assassin's Creed when you're on a ship. You know, I understand, like, you know, Black Flag and all that sort of stuff, and you're doing all the fighting from the ships. Yeah, I kind of lost interest. I will say I'm going to have a look at my pre-orders that I've got here. So obviously Spider-Man not being one, that's most.
It's got to be Bluey.
Yeah. There's a Walking Dead game coming out. So that actually follows. It's like a mirror image of the actual TV series. So that'll be one. Excuse me. I haven't pre-ordered Bluey yet, but that might be one that's going to happen over time. I know it is. Quite looking forward to that. One thing I do want to say,
I can see that stick.
Metal Gear Solid. Are you a fan?
I was the first one.
The only reason I ask is because obviously I'm looking on game now, and you've got Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1, Master Collection. So I take it this is like a remastered title lineup. So you've got Metal Gear, Metal Gear
3.
2, Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, 3, Snake Eater, and Snake Revenge. Bloody hell.
Did you ever play a game called Siphon Filter?
No.
Siphon Filter. Something like that. What about Splinter Cell?
Yes. Yeah, I did like Splinter Cell.
Were you a fan of Resident Evil?
Yeah and no. I played the remastered one on PlayStation. Funny enough, I remember it because I was playing it at the time, and me and you got the phone call for lockdown, and we were stopping away, and we were both doing Wessex Water. Was it both of us Wessex Water? Were you?
I wasn't. I was at
Were you on
I
the
was
garage?
at that other one where I just left like loads of rubbish on site, and then I weren't allowed to go back for it.
Yes. Oh, Wolseley, weren't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd left about 6 tonnies on site, and they were like, "Yep, you can't go back for them." I'm like, "Right, I'm off home."
Oh, yeah. I did finish it, but it weren't one that I was really, looking to get back into. I'm just looking at the games now for Splinter Cell because that's one now that's actually. It's not really helped there, is it? Oh, right, okay, so there we are. So the Splinter Cell remake release. Finally, Splinter Cell is getting a grand return.
See, does this mean they're out of ideas for actual new games?
I think so, yeah.
Like, are they just genuinely trying to regurgitate shit for a new generation of people and kind of fuck the old ones that have already done it all?
Yeah. See, these are the only ones I've played. So, Splinter Cell Blacklist. Splinter Cell, is it Double Agent? Yeah, Double Agent and Conviction. They're the only ones I've played, but I was really a fan of them.
What's your opinion on mobile gaming?
No, it's not something that kind of jumps out at me, to be honest. I tried it. I did the Xbox Game Cloud thing.
Yeah.
I did that, and I just really couldn't get into it. And I was looking at where you can buy the like the holders for it.
Yeah.
So you can have the controllers. Either side of the home.
To be fair, I did the Call of Duty with Andy, and I never lost a match. I went completely undefeated in the battle royale.
Oh yeah, you did it with Andy, didn't you? I
did the first one with Andy on his one, so he got the win for that. And then when I started my own one, I went something like 10-0.
Fucking hell, man!
I'd won all 10, and then I was like, "No, I'm retiring now. Never playing again."
Worse than
they had shootouts on there as well.
Yeah. See, one game that probably would be for you, not for me. Avatar.
See, I enjoyed the last film actually.
The latest one or the original?
Way of Water. Yeah. It was a bit slow to get started, but once it did, it's an alright film.
I haven't watched either of them.
I recommend them. But to be fair, that was one I was going to wait and look at actually.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you could make your own game, what game would you make? Like what type?
Oh.
Would it be story based, or would it be a shooter? Would it be?
It would be for me a story based Call of Duty Zombies. So going back to Call of Duty Zombies being a standing game on its own, like Warzone. But wait there, you're going to fucking pay for Keef's content here. You're not getting that for fucking free.
Yeah, you can have this to go for it.
Yeah.
I'll dedicate it. Donate it.
Still have the Easter eggs in there, but just have some sort of story to it. Do you know what I mean? There is a story to it because it kind of follows on. and it ends with them, hence the new era of players that come in. But obviously, every new map they bring in now is just new people. It's where you look at World at War through to Black Ops, it was the same 4 players. Do you know what I mean?
Do you not think it'd be hard to make a story-based version though? Because effectively, you're going to end the story at the end of the game. How then are you going to re-trigger the story to follow on? Do you know what I mean?
It would be a one-stand show. So once it's been released, there wouldn't be no follow to it. There'd be additions to it where, you know, you can kind of have so see, for me, it would be a kickstart. So where Zombies started was Nazi Zombies. So that's where it would start for me. The same 4 nutters that fight throughout. But instead of being stuck on one map, it's kind of a bit like Transit. You can kind of get round and all that sort of stuff.
Basically do like a Warzone size map.
Yeah. But then it's going to have its own little story.
So you can go area to area.
Yeah. And that's where you can kind of bring in all the previous maps to it.
You're robbing their content here, though. Do you for content copyright?
I know, mate. We'll wake up tomorrow and my fucking page is going to be banned. What about you?
Me? Oh, I have multiple ideas. To be honest,
it's a hard one.
It is. I actually came up with a mobile game, which I got about halfway through making and then stopped. I kind of hit a snag that I couldn't figure out, so it kind of just got shelved. But that was actually a game called Marbles.
Marble. You've mentioned that to me before, yeah.
Yeah, MARBALLS. It was. Basically, it was like an arena-based PvP thing with basically marbles with weaponry.
Oh.
And like you could change your marble into a gun turret, and it'd obviously stand up and turn around and shoot. And it lasted so long, and then it'd go back into its ball, and you carry on going round. And you also had like a melee thing that used to circle around the marble as well. So if you got up close with someone, you could damage them with that as well. And yeah.
You know what I kind of get a feel of?
Go on.
I can't remember the TV program.
Beyblades.
Is it the little cars that you make and they can kind of crash into each other?
Oh, the cars.
Yeah.
It was kind of based a bit on Destruction Derby.
Yeah.
Remember that game?
I'm trying to think what it was on CITV. I swear it was. It's quite brutal. Like you could you have like a little, like an RXCD, what it is on Black Ops, little car.
Yeah.
It's like
Robot Wars.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Although that was a good program. That was.
It was, weren't it? It was that one with the had like the flat front, but had that fucking that fucked people up.
Riser was always my favourite.
Yeah.
But then Hypnodisc come in and started destroying shit, and yeah. But no, it was basically to kind of put you in almost like a bowl. So it made it a Destruction Derby type thing. So, you know, if you weren't basically playing, it'd force you to the middle of the map, and basically you were fair game to people.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it was like I say, I had done parts of it, and then I did snag, and I couldn't figure it out at the time, and I didn't have the time to actually work it out, and it was a bit of a shame, really. Because then you obviously had your different armor upgrades and stuff for your marble as well.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Would it be one you'd consider going back to?
If I could figure it out, I would. Definitely. Because so the other option to me was actually to do to see where you'd stand on actually doing basically a getting paid for playing type game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I said before, there are some that are out there already. There's a game like Entropia, where you have to pay real money and you can make real money, and
yeah,
you know, I'm sure there's probably, I think it's actually the gambling commission that get involved.
is it?
Yeah, something stupid like that. But you basically have to show that it's sort of not gambling or some, I don't know. But if I could figure that one out, that'd be, I guarantee you'd make millions on that.
Quite easily, I bet. Quite easy, considering mobile games, they are on the up, aren't they? Really.
Well, even mobile aside, on any platform, that type of game, if you can make a free to play game that people can win money on,
It's a
effectively,
no-brainer.
people are going to play it.
Yeah.
And then think how many streamers and everything else that would end up playing it, getting paid from the game, and then getting paid from a stream as well. They'd be like,
it's true.
You know,
wrong gig here, brother. Wrong gig.
So, like I say, I don't know what the official law is on it at the minute.
Yeah.
But I've spoke about that for years.
Yeah.
Since Diablo 3 did the Rerelease auction. But I mean, like say Entropia, there was people used to win $20,000-$30,000.
Yeah.
Like the killer boss, and basically when you killed certain characters or certain enemies in the game, they had a chance of having like a jackpot attached to them.
Yeah.
And if you happen to kill one that had the jackpot attached to it and it all rolled in your favour, you basically got that money. Or you got the equivalent value in items, and then you had to sell the items and trade it back for your real money.
Trouble here.
Oh dear.
It's not show. It shows up in the chat, just not on the thing.
Woof 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 to you too.
I don't know if this will work. Don't think it'll work. Trouble. Yeah, you heard me.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, even something like Diablo itself.
Yeah.
You know, a dungeon crawler type game where you could basically trade your loot back for real money. You know, people would be absolutely nuts on it.
I'm just typing this because I know we're going to be coming to the end here. I just thought I'd give him a shout out. It's done it via my Twitch. So, yeah, appreciate you stopping by, Lewis, and giving your thoughts on our topics for tonight. But is there anything else? I don't think I can think of anything else that I want to cover in this one. Next week should be a good one. We need to find more topics for a start.
Well, you need to tell me next week's one, yeah?
Yeah, well.
I obviously know the original plan. It's what goes with it.
What goes with it, yeah. Yeah. Well.
Oh, Bluey. Why not?
Yeah, should we get that in there?
We're just going to put the cartoon on and just comment on the cartoon, aren't we?
That's it. I probably
Feel free to donate them $1, people.
I probably will get done for this, but I'm going to risk it anyway.
Oh, Dotty this.
Right. Where is it? It's only on for 30 seconds, but people, it's real. There's a game coming out for it. But there's 6 seconds. Why is it buffering? Come on.
Do you like Bluey or do you like Ringo?
Bluey.
Or do you like Dad? Is it Dad? Dad's the dad we want to be.
Yeah.
And we're just too tired. How does he find the energy?
Yeah, innit? Here we go. When it's ready. Any minute now. We're going down under.
Good eye, mate.
Bluey all the way. We'll highlight that one whilst this.
Nightbot told her off.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
I can just see you jigging away like.
Oh, phone's froze again. Oh,
That'll do you. Like,
yeah.
So save you strike two.
Hey,
Well, you get me in trouble for this as well.
I know. Yeah, I know. But no, that's it for this week. Thanks for stopping by, people. I hope you've enjoyed it. For some reason, I have favorited her Bluey all the way. Didn't mean to. So yeah, we're back next week. Hopefully you can all stop by. Not too sure on yet what we're going to cover, but we'll get there. And yeah, same time next week, brother. How's that sound? 8:30ish.
Oh, you actually gonna be on time again?
Hopefully, yeah. And we won't fight with a massive Grugo behind me this time.
Oh no, I can't believe you took that down there. You got to show it just for that.
Oh, it's on the other side of the room. Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah, come on. It's got to be done.
Oh.
Oh, well.
It's one long motherfucker, I'll tell you that. That is one long motherfucker. But yeah,
worthwhile investment.
That's it. Right, guys. See you next week.
No, Carrie-Anne won't be there.
Kirian. Kicker
Is it Carrie-Anne?
Yeah, it's a bit of both. I don't know. Anyway, guys, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. See you later. Boosh.